Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Justin aka Lord Wither-Skull. Not that long ago, I had somebody ask if I used a voice changer in my videos because I did a small little section of my voice sounding a little bit different. And I tried to explain, but I figured, why not explain in a video? Actually show the process of how it's done. I have 3 voices that I said, yeah, that seems like one I should try and explain. One that's very easy to explain, and they are Dr. Madness, which is a character that I invented 2 years ago, I think? No, actually, I invented him 4 years ago. He kind of came out of a very dark time in my life, but now I just use him for my YouTube videos, and that's about it. We also have Charon, the ghostly skeleton from Windcraft. And we have Sauron, as in the Lord of the Rings, Sauron. It's my best impression of that character. Let's start with the first one, Dr. Madness. This one is a bit more complex. For the voice itself, you want to do a rather sly voice, cunning even, yet dark, rage-filled almost. He is calm, collected, always seems to think 3 or 4 steps ahead of everyone else, and yet always in a way of destruction. Let me give you an example. I see your anger. I see your hatred. I see your madness. Good. Now that you have this recorded, all you need to do is take that little clip, cut it out, snip snip, and then you want to copy and paste that clip a couple of times in different levels, like this. I see your anger. I see your hatred. I see your madness. But for effect, like a dramatic effect of the voice, you want to almost do one layer at a time, like this. I see your anger. I see your hatred. I see your madness. Now you want to go over to the side here, go over to pitch, do one set at -1 and one set to +1, giving it the effect of multiple voices overlapping each other. I see your anger. I see your hatred. I see your madness. The effect becomes more apparent when you're, that super quiet. Not super quiet, but like quieter, calmer, and then really, really loud. Right, on to the next one. Charon. What you want to do is, with the voice, it's, when I was doing the character, I initially thought of the antagonist from the movie Split. But he has a very deep voice, this very deep voice. What you need to do with this voice is that deeper tone, that deeper voice, and then have that swift change in tone, calmish voice, and then it goes to this angry voice. But it's that swift change in tone that really sells that this is a darker individual. But there's also this intense ego with the character itself, and an illusion of grandeur, this sort of mindset of, I am powerful, I am a god. That sort of mindset to this character. Here's an example. Do you see how easily you can be broken?
and then stitched back together in my own image.
Now, when you record this little clip, you gotta leave some blank space for something that's gonna come up here in the near future. So once you have that recorded, you want to go over to the pitch, bring it down by 1. You want a -1 on that. So it's gonna be even lower. And then, in the software that I use, Filmora, they have free effects that you can use, whether that's for video or audio. I go over to Effects, Audio, go over to Echo, and then there's going to be 2 sliders that you can shift. Once you go into the settings for it, you want to do 29, 39. Then you get this.
Do you see how easily you can be broken and then stitched back together in my own image?
For this to work though, you need to have an editing software that gives you free effects and things to apply to these audio clips. Otherwise you're going to need to do a lot more editing to get that to work out. Next is Sorrow. For this one, you need to first have an understanding of how generally the character has been portrayed speaking. It's usually in kind of a whispering tone almost, if not a raspy voice, with a slight bit of echo to it. Now, when you go to speak the words, it's almost going to sound like you're speaking in parcel tongue. Basically just try and come up with something that sounds like the black speech of Mordor. Kind of that whispering. Like so.
Srak, frarkark, ark. Srak, frarkark, istruths.
Now that you have your clip recorded, go over to the pitch, take it down to -3, the lowest we've ever done with these voices in this video. Echo effect, then you want to set the settings to 19 and 59 to get this. And there you go. 3 voices, 1 video. Now, there are other voices that I do that are a little bit more difficult to explain. So there's certain voices that I do that require me to speak a different way that are... It's hard to explain, really. Like, going back to Windcraft, the spiders. You know, you have to do a special thing. I kind of have to speak with a little bit of this in my voice. Kind of gotta gurgle some spit a little bit to get that effect. So it's a lot more difficult for people to do that voice. So I just did the ones that are rather easy to achieve. It takes a lot of practice though to get the voice right. I hope that this was helpful for people. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please consider leaving a like, subscribing, commenting down below on what you thought of the video. Please consider sharing this video with your friends and family. I'd very greatly appreciate it. And don't forget to ring that bell to be notified when another video is uploaded to the channel. And I say unto thee, farewell.